Hey, so talking to Jarett from Pure Pwnage, we're at day 3 of Fan Expo.
Yeah, day 3.
So how are the fans treating you?
Amazing. We're lucky. We have really cool fans. We have like the smart kids. We have good conversations. I like talking about gaming. Most of our fans are gamers, so we have a lot of common ground. So yeah, it's fun. They're all really friendly and smart, and a lot of StarCraft 2 players. So I've had a lot of great strat conversations the last couple of days. So
are you totally owned by StarCraft 2? Is that all you do when you get home?
It's the only game I'm playing right now. When I'm traveling, I have a Dragon Quest fetish on my DS, and a little bit of Tetris. But when I'm at home these days, yeah, it's StarCraft 2. My Xbox just collects dust. It's like probably the best RTS ever. But my expectations were so high that I'm still like, it could be better. So I think they could improve it in a lot of ways, but it's still the best ever, so I probably shouldn't complain.
I'm happy that it seems like when I went to the launch at Best Buy, there's people online who, say, oh, I haven't played a PC game since StarCraft. They're console gamers, and suddenly, oh my God, I have a computer, I can play games on it.
Yeah, that's really weird. Blizzard has that power. They have a really strong brand, and they drive even console noobs to pick up a PC and play StarCraft, which is strange because there's a lot of great games on PC. In fact, I mean, if you're really into like Halo and first-person shooters on console, you should really get a PC and check out how much better they play with a mouse and keyboard. But anyway.
Thank you for letting us know. That's what I feel. Are the fans again? How many fans do you think? Any fans who only knew you from the TV show, or were introduced to Pure Pwnage strictly from the show that came to see you?
I think the majority of the fans are from the web series still. A lot of them come up here and they like to let me know. They know I'm a hardcore fan. I'm not a new TV noob. But there's a lot of new TV fans too. Some of them are shocked to hear there was a web series. And a lot of older skewing demographic too. TV opens the doors to a much wider audience. So I met like 60-year-old women who are huge Pure Pwnage fans, and they I was in Winnipeg traveling, and I met like this. She must have been 65 years old, and she just saw me and killed herself laughing. She doesn't understand half of what is said in the show, but she says it's the funniest show on TV, and she watched it with her husband. They've never played a video game in their life, so that's an audience we never would have reached with the web show, and I think it's pretty cool that they're out there. These people are noobs, obviously, and they love it, so that's cool, man.
So the web show. Is it going to continue? When's that happening? It's top secret?
No, episode 19 is very slowly being worked on. We have been hired to keep writing for the TV show, so that's like my full-time gig. I spend a lot of time with my family. I've taken the time to travel. I'm doing some stuff with StarCraft 2, and slowly the web series is going. Honestly, it's a bit depressing working on the web series, having to rewrite it because of what happened with Troy, and not being able to have the ending that we had originally envisioned. I get kind of bummed out, so I work in small intervals. I work on a couple hours a week, and then I find that I want to get back to working on things that make me really happy. But I do it out of necessity. I can't leave the story like that. It needs an ending, and so we need to give the fans an ending. I'm just not going to set a date. I'm going to Blizzard on this one and say when it's done and when it's in a shape that I'm comfortable releasing, then we'll put it out there. I'd be shocked if it wasn't before Christmas this year. I'd be shocked. And then after that, I want to do a 20 as a final and wrap up the stories and sort of complete the web series and make it sort of that package that can be put to rest and just have it be what it is. And then hopefully we'll get a season 2 on the TV show. And if not, we've kicked around ideas of a movie and doing other things that get us excited, and sort of a nice fresh start again.
If the web series, as it is now, ends, and then the TV show continues, could then elements of the TV show appear on the web, and that storyline can continue in web episodes too?
Well, see, in the web universe, the TV show is fiction. So the web show with the micro balls and master, that's reality. The TV show is a job that Kyle got in the web series, and that's Jeremy and Doug acting. Hence the slight differences in their character. So I don't expect any of the TV show elements would continue in the web series, other than maybe some actors who want to play themselves versus their characters. Those kind of possibilities are there. But because everyone that works in the TV show is unionized, a lot of them wouldn't even be able to do the web series. And it's also why people from the web series aren't in the TV series, because we had to fight hard to bring Doug over, and even me, I wasn't a union actor. So there's a lot of legal complications with moving to a union production. So they don't really blend well. Also, the $100 budget versus the TV budget, there's still a world of difference, right? Most of our actors act for free in the web series. It's not really how union actors work.
So now that you're a union actor and you've been on TV, Jeremy is the character you've been for so long. What about branching out and playing some other roles?
I'm so excited to play other roles. There's a lot of ideas we've been kicking around for years for other shows. I have ambitions to, I want to get back into stand-up comedy. And I think that there's a lot of great stories, a lot of great universes to create and then stories to tell in those universes, and a lot of great characters that I want to play that are, you know, polar opposite to Jeremy. You know, I want to Gary Oldman this shit, you know. The next role I do, I want people to not even realize it's me till halfway through the film. And go, oh my God, that's Jeremy. As an actor, that just means so much to me. I love Pure Pwnage, and it's literally opened every door for me in my career. But you know, 6 years of playing Jeremy, and I'm really ready to just attack another role. I have a few in mind, but I can't really talk about it.
It just occurred to me now that actually I didn't plan this question. Another big web series is here, The Guild. Yeah. Felicia's here. Is it too fanboy to say Pure Pwnage Guild crossover episode?
I don't know, man. We actually talk to Felicia regularly. She's really cool. And you know, we've talked about ideas of bringing the actors over, maybe not the characters, and sort of having those sort of crossovers. But I mean, I'm open to anything that's fun. Still, you know, Pure Pwnage Web in particular, it's really about fun. That's not a job, that's a hobby. The TV show is the job, and the web series and fun stuff like that I'm definitely open to. And any excuse to go to California, man, come on.
So Jeff is saying DVD, Blu-ray coming out. There's going to be some extended, deleted scenes. Any scene that you can leak to us that couldn't be included on the show that was memorable?
I don't know if I want to spell specific scenes, but I think the hardest part of making the TV show was cutting every episode to exactly 22 minutes. And I mean, to the frame. We had to deliver to the exact frame. Some of the episodes, the first cut came out at 25, 27 minutes long. So we're cutting like 5 minutes of content, entire scenes, you know, huge parts of scenes, doing whatever we can to get it down to that exact frame, yet still tell the story without confusing the viewer. That was really painful. Some of those episodes needed to be 25 minutes to be perfect. So I feel like the episodes aren't as good as they could be because we had this, you know, horribly rigid standard. So I'm excited because I think some of the episodes, that's how they're written. That's the script, is the first cut, and seeing what it was like at 27 minutes. And I think the episodes are paced better. They feel better. They're not as fast. They tell the story a little bit better. And some of the deleted scenes are hilarious, but they didn't push the story forward. So on the cutting board, you need to keep things that tell the story, and things that are just there for the jokes are the first things to go. So yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a lot there, and I'll be happy when it's out and you see the full versions. You know?
Hopefully after the DVD and Blu-ray comes out, that will sort of get the momentum going for a season 2.
I hope so. I hope we're filming by then. We're just wrapping up our writing. They hired us to start writing for season 2. We're just finishing that up, and then it's a waiting game. So we don't know if they're ever going to move into production or not. But I really hope so. It's weird to say, but I think the 2 episodes we've written for season 2 are funnier than all the first 8 in season 1. Because we had to get so much out of the way in season 1. We had to sort of reintroduce the characters to the TV audience. You know, we touched on some of the themes in the web series. And now that it's introduced, season 2, everyone knows the TV audience. We just take these characters that everyone knows now in the new place that they exist in, and just tell the most hilarious stories with some really cool cameos. So I mean,
don't hit the cameos. Don't tell us there's going to be cameos, and then people are just going to be speculating on the forums. Who are those people?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. Well, we had some cool cameos in season 1. You know, Billy Mitchell. That was hilarious. He's a really interesting guy, and you know,
he reclaimed the crown recently. I think
he did, man. He did. He rocked, man. That's actually pretty shocking. But yeah, no, he was cool, and we had Kenny in the show, and Lips, man, from Anvil was awesome because that guy is amazing. What a story!
Behind the Music episode was.
You know what's funny is that is one of my favorite, if not my favorite episode. It's pretty close. 3 is really high, and I'm a big fan of 7. Our fan base, that was the most hated episode.
Really?
Maybe it was too early to be outside of the box like that because we sort of broke the wall a little there. The episode stands on its own, so maybe we should have done that season 2, season 3. But I think it's fantastic. I loved it. Maybe they've never seen Behind the Music and they don't get it. But I don't know. I love that episode, man.
I did too. That's my favorite one.
On the show, that was the most fun to create. In post, every editor loved. Everyone that was working that episode loved it. And then we put it out there, and the fans were like, "Fuck that episode." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, the forums. It was interesting on the forums when the TV show. It was that very polarized attitudes. There were some people who were just so much hate for the TV show, and they just totally didn't want to give it a chance. And even myself, it took me a while to warm up to it.
Yeah.
But once I started getting into it, I was like, yes.
It took me a while to warm up to it too. Even in post, when the first cuts were coming in, I was like, oh man, the pacing, it's so quick, and the styles changed, and the characters are faster, but you keep working on it, You watch each episode 100 times in post-production. I saw every episode so many times, and then I went and watched the web series, and it felt slow and often boring, and I was shocked that even I had sort of romanticized the awesomeness of the first season of the web series, and I totally expected it. It's the same like anytime you have a local band and you have a lot of fans that love the local band, and that local band signs a deal and gets to share their music with the whole world, which is what every artist wants to do. Those original fans often turn their back because what they enjoyed about it was that it was their own, and they felt that they had an intimate relationship with the creators or the band. And as soon as everyone's enjoying them, oh, you sold out, oh, you're mainstream, and they forget that if you really love that artist, they're fulfilling their dream. No artist creates something to only have 100 people watch. Every time we ever made anything, the ultimate goal is that 7 billion human beings would watch it. I want everyone to watch what I make. That's why we make it. Which is why I also say, steal the show. If it's not on your TV, then just watch it, man, anyways. Which is something I assume most of our fans would do, but yeah, you heard it from the creator. Maybe you should cut that out.
Well, it's for those international fans, right, who kind of enjoy the show.
It's ridiculous. There's no harm done. People watch the show. If they can't watch in their country anyways, then do what you can to watch the show and enjoy it. And then in the future, maybe that fan base will help get the show there, and sell T-shirts or DVDs there, and that still supports us. I don't get this mentality. I think the modern broadcaster is living in 1970, and it's unfortunate. It really is. But
I was talking to Jeff about voice dubbing. If you did any foreign language editions, I'd love to see some Jeremy dubs in, like, I don't know, Portuguese.
I know. Some shows, they'll sell the format. It's easier with reality shows like American Idol. But even like I think Kenny versus Spenny, they sold that. I'm pulling this out of my ass, but I think there's like Pablo versus Pedro, kind of like and different actors and everything, and they use the theme and the basic structure. That would be pretty funny, man.
We have to come up. We have to do this now. Somebody has to find clips on YouTube of like some foreign French or German actors and re-edit it to be a French version of Pure Pwnage with like found footage.
Yeah. Or just us with horrible dubs, man. I would laugh. I could try to do the French myself. It'd be very funny.
So the last question I have is actually for Jeremy, and I just want to.
I have to turn my head sideways for Jeremy.
I have an online gaming problem, and I want your advice. So I play Company Heroes a lot, and I play like hundreds and hundreds of games, but the new.
Week, I hope, right?
What?
Like 100 games like a week?
No, 100 games. In total. Is that not enough?
Total. Okay, yeah.
So anyway, Company Heroes Online just came out, which is the new version. I'm playing online, and I'm getting. No, Company Heroes. It's an RTS, World War II, relic.
Oh, it's like StarCraft, but like not quite as good.
No, StarCraft, but much better. You can like.
Okay,
there's cover mechanics. You have to capture control points.
Hey, do you like to build bases? Are there resources in that game, or you just like move units?
No, you build bases. No, you build bases. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm playing online, and I'm good, but I'm not good enough, and I get constantly trash talked by these like guys calling me a noob, and I'm like, I've been playing hundreds and hundreds of games, and I'm sick and tired of being told, oh, go over there and do this, and go capture this point, and like, I don't need to be told. I'm there to have fun. How do I deal with those guys?
Oh, it's easy. Okay, so you hit enter, and it'll bring up like the chat bar, and you just say like, suck my balls, fag, and then and that's it. They'll be so owned, like GG. Throw a GG in there. Done.
See, I try and take the mature approach, but it doesn't seem to work very well.
That is mature, man. What are you talking about? Don't threaten to beat him up or anything. That's totally lame. No. Just make fun of him in game.
Well, you need to like start playing Company Heroes, because I want to see you play that game. But it's never going to happen.
I play with my toes, like while I play StarCraft, like my hands or something. I could probably like top the ladder like that. But
Well, thank you for the advice. I'll make sure I try and keep that in mind next time I play.
For sure, man. It's awesome.
Okay.
Nice interview, man.
Thank you very much.